Dear brother, I have just finished writing to Mother and find that I have time to write a few more lines. I received your letter some time ago, and you can't realize how glad I was to hear from you. I ran across Roy Parrott and George Scott a week or so ago. They both are looking well and inquired for you. Roy has stripes and complains of their weight. He tries to make out they are as heavy as a transport wagon. George Scott wasn't wounded very seriously. He got a bit of shrapnel in his head, but was back with his battalion in a week or so. I was eating my supper the night before in a caf or a stamulant as they're called here, and in walked Bill Mitchell and John Cameron. Neither have changed a bit. Bill was as sporty looking a guy in his old dirty uniform as he used to be in Duck. John Cameron is thinner but looks right enough. I also saw Mason Button, Frank Iram, and Simon Gorovich. They are looking well. I guess by the time you receive this you'll have heard of the 52nd in action. It will be stale news as we went into the trenches a few days ago. We've put in 6 days in the front line and are now in reserve. The front line is Jake. All we have to do is sentry duties and put in time. Now and again a shell will whiz overhead and a machine gun will play hell, but aside from trifling things like that, it is very quiet. The only things we fear is grenades. We have the same feeling towards them as you have towards a snake. They come with a thud and you don't know which way they'll explode. One of my friends in my own section got a piece of one in his shoulder and went to the hospital the same night. It snowed the first 3 nights and it was miserable and cold. Those who ditched their blankets were a sorry looking outfit. I intend to get out of civilization for a year or so and have a long rest. This resting over here is fierce. It's fatigue duties, route marches, and section duty instead of lying on your back on the grass looking at the sun. According to Roy Parrott, the chances of getting an estate or homestead in no man's land is mighty slim. Roy says he intends to get a canoe and go to the woods too, so we'll have lots of fun. I must close now, and please remind Mother to send me something to read and eat. Hector Currie, March 14th, 1916.